think we're on. We always have like a little bit of a lag. And I miss Patrick here because I can keep working and he'll be talking. But we're going to have a little more girl power today. So November and December. We're working on digital dealer kits for November and December. And just sending a note about that. All right. How are you? Yes, it is just me right now. Michelle's getting ready. She has the, I think it's the upgrade class for the Stellar Altair Meridian, XE1, XJ1, XE2, XJ2. So it's going to be that. But maybe it's good that I have a little time with you by myself because yesterday was my last infusion, my last treatment for my breast cancer, which I am free of right now. Yay. And you know, I was thinking about it a lot over the past couple of days and just thinking, you know, how crazy it's been, and a lot of you were there with me on this journey. It was hard not to be emotional. But I went yesterday, did my transfusion, and I rang the heck out of that bell. And it said, like, ring only 3 times. And I was just ringing it and swinging it around. And I just thought it would be this, it was super emotional for me, though. Because it was a really, really long year. The longest and shortest year of my life. And I just thought how lucky I was that I had all of you and my family and my friends and my doctors. And I just wanted to thank you because I had so much support and so many prayers and so many well wishes, and people would come in and say, I've been thinking about you and I've been praying for you. And it was like the tough times, it just got me through. And I just feel like I've come full circle. And my doctor said to me, it's your second chance and you need to think about how you want to live and the changes that you're going to make. And I was like, wow. You know, just that I got a second chance because not everyone does. You know, anyhow, what I really wanted to do was just thank you and let you know that it all made a difference and it all helped me and it got me through. And I feel so lucky. And that's it. I just wanted to thank you. So, enough of that. I'm done. I'm through. I'm healthy. And, yeah. Thank you so much. And, okay, let's onward and upward. Let's go. So, I talked to Patrick this morning. He's going to be driving back. I need a tissue. Hang on one second. I just need a tissue. Oh, and I do have to do my little plug. Get your mammogram done. And listen to your body. I actually had nothing to listen to, but maybe if I was more mindful and more in tune with my body, I would have known something was going on, but I didn't. So I'm just so thankful that I went for my mammogram because I thought, this is how stupid I am. I was like, Koreans don't get breast cancer. And I almost didn't go to my appointment. And if you guys don't know, like, how it all went down, I came into the store and Patrick goes, you have a mammogram in like 45 minutes. And I went, I do? I don't even remember scheduling it. Like, I don't even remember scheduling it. I think God scheduled it for me. So I almost canceled because at the store I go, I'm busy. I don't have time for this. But when I turned 50, I said to myself, this is the year I'm going to take care of myself, or this is the time where I'm going to not do one of those appointments because I would hate for something to happen and it could have been prevented. So I went, and when I went, I canceled. They scheduled me for an ultrasound and they scheduled me for the mammogram, and I canceled the ultrasound because I said, Koreans don't get breast cancer. I don't need that. And that was the ultrasound was scheduled first and the mammogram after. So I ended up waiting half an hour, and I was sitting there going, I don't have time for this. I have to get back to the store. So I almost left. But thankfully it was out in Sparks, and I'd driven, half an hour to get out there. And I thought, I'm here. I might as well just do this. Because of the type of breast cancer I had, it was super fast growing, and they thought that the 2 tumors that I had, they thought that maybe those had grown to the size they were in a month and a half. Like, they were not slow. It was fast. It was aggressive. They were big. And I just think that if I had not gone that day and I had waited 6 months, it would have been everywhere. So if you haven't had a mammogram in a long time, or you haven't been to the doctor, or you've had something that's been bothering you, be kind to your body, listen to your body, and take care of yourself. Because sometimes it's too late. So that's my little plug for the day, to take care of yourself and give yourself some self-love. So I know I was like, I'm done with that. But then I had to give it another plug. And because if I hadn't had that appointment, I don't know if I'd be here today. So, okay. I got shipping confirmation on, I haven't read any of your comments. So, I will read them later. I got shipping confirmation on Quilty Christmas. So if that's something that you ordered, it should be here beginning of next week. And losing my train of thought. Oh, and I also got shipping from where I get fabric kits. And they sent me something, but there was no packing slip, or I have no idea what it is. But I think it's going to be the fabric kits. So I'm hoping everything is going to be here next week. If you have an order that you just placed and you have Quilty Christmas, unless you're chomping at the bit and you're like, you need to send that out today, I'm going to wait and I'll send it all out together. And that way I can combine stuff, refund you shipping, and do all of that. Somebody else sent me a message about when we're going to have fabric kits for Digital Dealer. November, December, October is out. So September we have the kits. October we have the kits. November and December, we're going to be working on those next week. So we'll have those kits for you too. We did want to talk to you also about pumpkins and potions. I'm having trouble today. The fish keep swimming to the back of the tank and they're not coming to the front. But pumpkins and potions, usually we do Friday. Today's Friday, right? Today's Friday. Yes. Okay. I've lost all track of time. We would normally have done it today, but since Patrick isn't here, we are going to do it. He should be here tomorrow. Although last night he goes, I don't know if I can get everything done and get out of here in time. There's a slight, I go, you better let me know. As soon as you know, you let me know, because I let everyone else know that I was doing the sew along tomorrow. So I plan on doing it tomorrow at 9 o'clock from home, 3 hours. It's going to be section 5. I don't even know if I put that in the email that I sent you last night. Section 5 is what we're working on. I haven't even finished my homework from section 3 and 4. I finished section 3. I have one more design in section 4. I told you your freestanding lace was going to be your homework too. Haven't even done that yet. So I am a little bit behind, but I'll get that done this weekend. And then so tomorrow, section 5 is what we're going to be working on. Are you scheduling a sew along for the Kindred Creature tiling scene? I am not. So there's just not enough time in the day. We stitched out our sample here, so there will be no sew along for that. However, I am definitely going to be stitching out the Hummingbird and Thomas Kincaid, and I will film portions of that. Like I'll film like how do I prep for those, how do I hoop using the using this frame. I'm going to be using this frame for Thomas Kincaid. I don't think this is going to work for the Hummingbird. I think the blocks are just a little bit too big. They're a little bigger than 5x7. So, but I'll show you how I prep that. I'm going to be on my multi-needle, and I'll show you how I program that stuff too. We'll do all of that, and then I will probably show you the assembly of one of them, how I sew it together. Because I do have I've done so many. I have some tricks.
You have a system.
I'm going to be beating down that seam too with the clapper because it gets thick, and you want a heavy needle, and I'll probably be on my PQ 1500. Probably. It's always a work in progress. I'm always thinking, Michelle, who's going to clean my glasses?
Okay, pass them over.
I'm totally kidding with you now. I'm totally
I'll
kidding.
do mine at the same time.
Oh man, I'm totally kidding. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Da 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 da. Oh my God, April. Okay. And I haven't forgotten, there are some other UFOs that are going to be in the queue, but I don't think it's going to be so long for the Hummingbird. It's going to be just film things because a lot of it will be
nice.
I'll be getting.
I am too, Joanne. Go ahead.
A lot of it I'll be getting together, like my multi-needle. I don't know about you, but when I'm doing tiling scenes, I will set it up before I come to work. I'll set it up before I go to bed. That's like a machine that you not that stuff doesn't go wrong.
It doesn't need a babysitter.
It doesn't need a babysitter as much. And you can set 10 colors and you can just let it stitch. So I won't be there to film a lot of that.
I used to put the colors on, put in a full bobbin, start the machine and go to the grocery store. And John would say, wait a minute. Where are you going? Isn't the machine running? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It'll stop when it runs out of thread. Thread.
And the other thing that's great is the app.
Yeah.
So, because my sewing room is down in the downstairs. We have a split level, so it's downstairs. But I'll go upstairs and hang out with Patrick, and I can hear it, and I'll be like, I don't hear it. And I'll look at my phone, and it'll tell you, it ran out of thread or something happens. And then I can run downstairs, and I can just go ahead and make it go again. So I absolutely love that. How many yards of fabric do we need for the Hummingbird tiling scene?
Secretary Mundy's on it this morning. Good morning, Heather.
So the Hummingbird calls for 2.5 yards of fabric. And I always feel like it's generous. But if you want to make sure you have enough, I would go 2.5 yards. However, Sharon sent me an email yesterday, and I have never even thought about this. She was like, do we have to, do you buy this per yard or do you buy it per half yard? And I know lots of sites sell half yard, even quarter of a yard. We've always just done a yard. And so that's what's up there right now. And I don't think I have time to change it. If you want a half yard, just put in your notes, order 3 yards and say, I only want 2. I know this is so stupid. Just say I only want 2.5, and then we'll cut you 2.5 and I'll credit you for the 3. Because I think from here on out, we'll put it by the half yard.
You know what? You can't argue with it.
That.
Sometimes you can't argue with the computer. So you just have to give the computer what it wants and then write a note in the bottom that what you want is different.
Yes, and I will cut you half a yard. So it's 2.5 yards for the Hummingbird. Let me give you yardage for Thomas Kincaid. And while I'm doing that, maybe Michelle can talk to you about a foot. You want to do roller?
Yeah, I'm going to do the roller foot. It's like a little known foot. Is there one in here?
Right here.
Right here? Oh, there it is. All right, so I have this roller foot. Let's see if I can get it up there. So it's a little clear foot, but it's got a little wheel on it. You can see that right there. So, and I have this for both my Luminaire, and I have it also one for my PQ 1500. And what I use it for, it's not a foot that I use often, but when I reach for it, it solves the problem that I'm having. I use it a lot to sew with leather or suede because I do like to repurpose old coats and stuff into, much more fun handbags than they ever were as a coat. And so sometimes I do sew on those fabrics. And having a roller foot it's not the same as a Teflon foot. The roller foot actually has a wheel that rolls along. So, and it doesn't leave a mark. I think that's the biggest issue. It doesn't leave a mark. Suede can be particularly fussy about a foot mark that gets left behind. And it doesn't leave a mark on the fabric.
I love that. I love that because I have thought like, well, can you use a Teflon foot because it's smooth and it's gonna
the Teflon
still
foot
will stick a little.
The Teflon foot kind of so the other thing that can happen is the track marks on the bottom from your feed dogs. So the Teflon foot doesn't actually roll. The roller foot rolls, so the feed dogs almost aren't as in contact as long. So I find that the burn marks or the feed dog marks on the bottom of suede. Leather's not really a problem. Suede can be a problem.
How about vinyl?
Some vinyls can be a problem too. They leave that track marks from where your feed dogs is guiding it.
You use on your vinyl too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for either machine, I have it for the PQ 1500. I have it for the.
We don't sell it for the PQ 1500, but this is.
It's in that. I think.
I mean, I could look for it.
You could look for it, yeah. I think we can get it.
What we have on the, what do we have on the, can I say that one more time? What we have on the price list is going to be this roller foot. And it's a snap-on. It would work with the Luminaire. It's going to work with every single machine, I think, except for, this is not going to work for your PQ 1500. You need the foot with the ankle. But any 7mm machine this is going to work for, that's brother and baby lock. But maybe not the base models.
So
if you have a question, you can reach out to me.
Yes, Margaret. It doesn't, I'm referencing real suede and leather, but it would be the same on the faux stuff.
Yeah. So a specialty foot, but if you're using those materials, this is the foot that you need. So this is going to be the roller foot. And I brought my little list here. So if you printed out your list, that is going to be...
Jeannie's a great list person. She likes her lists.
I have a lot of lists. I try to...
My John has a lot of lists,
Sometimes it's too many lists. That's going to be SA-190. It's normally $46.99, and it's on sale for $24.99. So it's almost half price.
So the brother sale right now is a great way to get introduced to and kind of build your foot collection for specific fabrics, specific projects.
Yeah, and we usually do this sale a couple times a year. As I was driving here, I was thinking, oh my God, I feel like I'm in the ocean treading water and the waves are splashing over my face.
No, Carol. Carol, honestly, if you were doing suede or leather, I love my digital dual feed foot. You know that. If you've been in any of my classes, I use it every time I can. But the belt drive is fine. But what happens if you try to use it on suede is the belt presses down on the feed dogs and you get track marks on the bottom of the suede. So... that wouldn't be, the digital dual foot wouldn't, even if it had a roller foot, it probably wouldn't be a good fit for that particular combination.
So Stephanie, serger feet are not on sale just because they're baby lock, and this is a brother sale. However, if there's something specific that you want, let me know, because we still do have quite a few serger feet, and you know me, I'll work a deal with you. So email me about that too, but just understand serger feet are baby lock, and this is a brother sale. They keep your head on straight. I'm not promising you that we're going to do this sale at the end of the year. So I would say just get it now. And the reason for that is Patrick and I are planning on doing something with the kids at the very end of the year. We always close between Christmas and New Year's, and that might be around the time. It's a maybe. So if there's something that you want, I kind of would get it now.
You know what? You should print the list. Go to the website, scroll down to where it says brother sale, underlined, where it's underlined, click on it. You can print out the list for yourself. You can check it against some of the feet you have. None of these feet that we're showing you are feet that would have come with your machine. They're all additional. It's also a great way for you to keep track of what feet you have and what feet you might want to acquire in the future, especially if during the course of a class Jeannie or I mention a specific foot and it's like, oh, let me go check that on the list and see if I have that, or let me go make a note that I want to get that.
Although keep in mind, this isn't all the feet. Like
No.
there were so many of them.
These are all of our favorites.
Yeah, we picked our favorites, and I've had a lot of people email me and go, what about the ruffler foot? What about the gathering foot? I'd like those. And so in those situations, I'm just quoting you and just sending you like confirming this is the part number, here's the price, confirm with me that this is what you want. I did want you to add something to the bottom of your sheet because I couldn't. I was on, so my price list is broken up into like machines, and then there's accessory notions, there's thread and scan and cut. I couldn't find the bobbins on there. So somebody had emailed me and I was like, yeah, can't find that part number anywhere. And I never realized that it was on the part with the thread. So I want to give you a part number in case, because there are some people who are like, I want to get bobbins. So let me give you that part number. I'd sent it out and I'd added it to my list. It's not added on there though. So if you want it,
Jeannie, how do you want them to contact you? Text you or email you?
please don't text me. Yeah, don't text me. I prefer, like, I really prefer my text, and a lot of you have my number, and I respond to it, but I prefer my text to be, like, not business related, my friends and family, which many of you are, and I prefer that you contact me when it's work stuff through the store is my preference, unless I'm like, text me, I need to know that right now. So, the part number that I'm talking about right now is if you need bobbins for your PQ 1500, your PQ 1600, those are the metal L bobbins. You can also use those same bobbins for your multi-needle. The part number is SA159. So SA159. And those are the PQ metal bobbins. If you don't have a pen, it's okay. You can email me. I wonder if we can like update that list because I didn't put them on there. The bobbins are $17.99. I think it's a 10-pack or 8-pack.
It's a 10-pack, I think.
Is it a 10-pack? It's 10 or 8. And then it'll be 30% off. The plastic bobbins. So that part number is going to be SA. See, now you need to be prepared with pen and paper when you come to the live feed.
No, you don't, because Heather's got on top of it.
Okay, awesome.
Secretary Monday is like part of our staff.
Don't order these. Don't order these on the website. Let me, like, all of these orders, these brother orders, I prefer if you just send them to me. And a lot of you have sent me emails, and I've gotten back to you. Email it to me. Make sure you get a reply that I've received it. The SA, and when it's S as in Sam, A as in Apple, 156. That's going to be the plastic class 15 bobbins that work with most of the machines, and that comes in a 10-pack, and it's $12.99. The price did go up. I was like, oh, we never increased the price. We've still been charging the $11.99. They're $12.99 and 30% off, and it comes out to be, I think, $9.09 or something like that. So metal is SA159. That's only for the PQ 1500, 1600, and you can use those on your multi-needles. And then the plastic bobbins, which that's what most of you have, it's going to be SA156. And then you can add that to your orders. I can add it to my orders. This is how it's working. I already put one order in last week. Everyone that's emailed me this week, your orders are going to go in on Sunday. So go ahead and send me. And if you don't get it to me, if you're like, I still don't know what I want, email me next week. The sale is continuing. You still have half a month. So you can continue to add. You can't really change it once I put it in. If you've emailed me something, you're like, oh, I want to change it. Change it by Saturday. Sunday, I'm putting the order in. Okay? I think that's all I wanted to talk to you about that. Okay, let's talk to you about this.
This is the Brother walking foot for most machines in the Brother line that did not come with a walking foot in the package of the machine. So if you have an entry machine from the entry level line or the mid line, and your machine did not come with a walking foot, in both Brother or Baby Lock. This is the branded version. These are actually really nice. They have really nice traction on them. I love that. I love that they have some of the plastic parts, like what goes over your needle bar is not metal, it's plastic. So it seems like it doesn't make as much noise when you sew.
Yeah.
I know, I've done both. I've done the ones that you get that are like the generic ones, and then I've done this one, and it's almost like it's a buffer. It doesn't sound, I mean, you still have the click, 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 click when the machine, when the foot starts walking, but it doesn't make the noise that the metal makes against metal. So very nice walking foot. If you don't have one, everybody needs one.
Yeah, and the sale price on that, so it's not cheap. It's $127.99. The sale price on it is $67.99. So
I'm not sure. The Kimberville closeout sale, is that still going on?
It's still up. Order your stuff. Yes. You can still order. Some stuff has sold out, but there are great deals on there, so definitely do your ordering. So this walking foot, what I didn't realize, what's so great about the compact dual feet is those interchangeable soles, which is really nice. We ordered the dynamic walking foot. I
love that one.
Yeah.
If you don't have the plug-in in the back for the digital dual feed one.
Yeah, we don't have it in stock, so I'll show it to you next week because we got a whole bunch of stuff is coming. So I'll show that one to you. But if you want, you could get this one, and it's the regular just zigzag sole. There's also, and I didn't even know this, I realized it when I went through this the price sheet. There's an open toe one. So, I mean, it's totally connected. So you would have this one, and then you could order one that's going to be open toe too. The thing with these is they don't have the interchangeable soles, so you need to buy one of these, and then you need to buy the open toe one. But the dynamic walking foot has interchangeable soles, and we'll show you that. This is a low shank foot. So if you have something that's going to be high shank, Stellar, Luminaire, if you're going to have like the 3100, the 2400, any of those that are high shank, they're really called mid shank, but they're high and this is low. You need to use your adapter with this. So just keep that in mind. I did want to mention that this is a low shank accessory, but you can use it with high shank machines with the adapter. Okay. We wanted to talk to you about that. I wanted to talk to you about the bobbins. Is that all I brought up here? Oh, let's talk about this.
I love that.
This is the magnifying lens.
So if you signed up for the upgrade class for the Luminaire and the Solaris, one of the things...
Do you have an open one in the back?
We do. It's in, there's a bag back there that says upgrade kit,
okay,
and it's in the bag. So if you signed up for the upgrade kit for the Luminaire and the Solaris, I actually showed you in the class how there is, so when we do couching, either in sewing or embroidery, there's a yarn guide that sits on the front nose of the machine. It kind of slips into place. The cool thing about this is it's got the yarn guide on it too, so you can still even use it, for couching or something like that, which might come in handy when it's time to actually thread that yarn through the hole in that tiny hole in each of the sole plates. But it has 2 levels of magnification. You can leave it sit on your machine and not use the magnification at all. They flip up and out of the way. It sits stable on your machine. It gives you a great bird's eye view of the sewing area if you're trying to thread like a specialty thread. Many of you, I've had classes that I love. One of the things I love to do is, do we know if it'll work with the Avenir? Actually, Cheryl, I like that you named it the Avenger, because I think it actually is kind of a Tony Stark product, but it's actually the Avenir, and my guess would be yes, because normally they would not change that platform. I mean, that's never been it's never been Brothers or Baby Lock's policy to take things away. They just give you more stuff. But it's just such a great one of the things I love to do is put the 2 strands of embroidery, a 40-weight embroidery thread through the eye of a single needle. Well, I can use my needle threader for the first one, but I can't for the second. So having this,
I don't want to open it.
yeah, I'll go get it. You talk, I'll go get it. They need to see it. It's really cool.
It is really cool. I have one too. It doesn't work for any of the mid-range machines. So you'll know if it works with your machine because there's a little, on the left-hand side, there's these little innies that this attaches to. Michelle will come over and we can talk about that. And if you're not sure if it's going to work with your machine, it's going to work for the Luminaire Solaris, and it's going to work for, it will work for the Destiny and the Dream machine. And it's going to work for, I didn't know. Here we go. So this is where it clips on, and it clips onto the side of your machine, on the left side of your machine with this little innie thing. So everything from like the Destiny Dream machine, the XE1, the XJ1,
The Stellar,
the Stellar, all of those machines. And it's kind of nice because you can swing it out of the way when you're not using it, or just swing it up. Mm-hmm. Just swing it up when you're not using it. And you have 2 magnifications too. So,
you can put it. They see it if I put my hand behind it.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, there. Woo! So, yeah, 2 magnifications, and you can flip it up out of the way. You can fold it up out of the way when you're not using it. It's very easy to install and use.
So this was one of those upgrades, I believe, that came with upgrade 2 of the Luminaire. Was it upgrade?
It never came with any
Or
of
was
them.
it released the year of the upgrade 2?
Yes.
And it kind of didn't get a lot of hype. But the more I use it, the more I love it. So here's what I was mentioning about having the yarn guide on this for couching. So if you're doing couching, the yarn guide is actually built in on this mirror, on this magnifier. If you're not using it, you can just flip it up out of the way, or flip it up out of the way that way. So I think it's great.
Wow.
It makes threading, if you're doing some kind of specialty stitching or anything like that, it makes threading so much easier.
Yeah, did I make a mistake on here because that looks so cheap? So it's $123.99 retail, and it's on sale for $64. So hopefully I got that right, because there was somebody asked me about a price on something, and they're like, it was lower on the last sale. I was like, yeah, I made a mistake. So if it's a mistake on here, take advantage of it. But $64, that's a fantastic price.
Yeah, it really is. It's a handy gadget. It really
I did want to talk to you because I did get 2 calls about the, there's 2 sashing hoops. And there is the 7x14, which has the beefy magnets, and there's the 7x12, which has the not so beefy magnets. And I've had 2 people reach out and go, why is this 7x12 cheaper? So it's not, it's no side hustle of ours. These prices, they're based on the wholesale prices that Brother gives us. So the wholesale price on the 7x14, even though the hoop is bigger, the wholesale price is more, and that's why our price to you is more than the 7x12. So it's not based on size or anything like that, and it's not me going, oh, I think I can sell more of these. Let's make it more expensive. Everything I did this, I priced it out the exact same way, and I did it based on the wholesale price that we got, and then I gave you guys the extra 20% that Brother is giving us right now. So that's how that's figured out. I don't know why. It's the same thing. Like if you look at the multi-needle hoops, the 8x12, I mean, this is crazy, right? The 8x12 is $74.99. That's our sale price. Or the 8x12, which is bigger than the 8x8. The 8x12 retails for $139.99. The 8x8 is $319.99.
I know, it makes no sense
It's
at all.
like almost $200 more. And it's not like the plastics any different. Mm-mm. It's not like the screws are any different. But that's their pricing, and the wholesale pricing for us is more on the 8x8. So I try to bring it down as much as I can. But that's the best I can do. Yeah.
I'm a square hoop gal too. I love my square hoops.
Nobody emails me and goes, how come the 8x12 is so cheap?
Yeah.
Is that wrong? It should be more expensive. Nobody ever emails me
No, they
that,
don't
but
ever-
they do
no.
want to know why smaller hoops are more expensive. And it has everything to do with just the brother pricing. But we do what we can to give you the best price that we can.
So, do you have the zipper tape holder for putting my... Oh, yeah, the Gypsy Quilter zipper jig. Do we have any of them?
I think we should have some. We'll have to look. Send us a note. We can look. And I think that's it. Do we
Yeah.
have anything else to talk about?
I don't.
I've been working really, really hard to get stuff out. I've had to leave early, but I've been coming early to try to do some shipping. If you are waiting for something and haven't gotten it, I'm hoping like Sunday will be the day I can come in and get some of that stuff out to you. But I'm working really hard on getting that. We might be playing a little bit of catch up next week when Patrick gets back into town.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. See ya.
Have a great day.
Have a great weekend.
Be creative and make something incredible, and we will see you next week. I love you guys. Mwah.